Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Well, we lost our game Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles, 31-25. A last-second safety by the Eagles. They ran the ball into the end zone, so we couldn't get the ball back. Tough game. Block punt within the first few plays. Got behind 7-0. Wound up being behind 24-3 right before halftime. Our kicker, Chase McLaughlin, came out and kicked a 65-yard field goal and made it 24-6. That was 1 yard shy of the NFL all-time record of 66 yards. He kicked a 65-yard field goal right before halftime, made it 24-6, and we came out in the second half and dominated it through two 70-yard passes, got within a touchdown and an extra two-point try. When Baker Mayfield was going into the end zone, he was almost to go down, and he threw that pass, and you could see Godwin in the back corner, but it fell short, and they intercepted it. There's a lot of controversial calls in the game. The Bucky Irvin fumble. Everyone's seen it wasn't a fumble. Even the people in New York. We've talked about it on this show before. They sent it back to New York, and they saw it and still said it was a fumble. Everyone saw it was not a fumble. That cost us a touchdown also. So it was a tough game. I'm not going to put it all on the referees, but they sure didn't hurt the Philadelphia Eagles' chances. That's all I can say, and all of y'all know just exactly what I'm trying to talk about. They gave them 7 on that fumble. The pass interference was terrible. Our receivers were going down the field, and the dang defensive backs of the Eagles had their shirt straight out. No way you could miss that as a referee if you were paying attention to what you're supposed to be paying attention to. No pass interference calls. They were assaulting our receivers up and down that field in the second half. We held them to nothing, except the touchdown they got off the fumble that wasn't a fumble from Bucky Irvin. But we lost the game 31-25 in a tough game. It was a lot tougher than I thought. I didn't think we had much of a chance at 24-6, but we fought back and made a good game out of it. But a good game when you have lost is a loss. But they're the best team in football. And I think that with all my heart. They're the world champs from last year. They're 4-0 right now. And if you just say what's the best team in football until somebody beats that team, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. That's who it is. And when they walked off, they knew they had played a game against a good team. And most of their fans in the stadium, they said this time around, were pretty friendly and cordial with them, with the Buck fans. And they said to them this: "We'll see you in the playoffs," because they know the Bucks will be there if they can play as hard as they are. They are a playoff caliber team. Okay. We did suffer some injuries, quite a few of them in this game. Bucky Irvin has now hurt, our running back. He will not be playing this week against the Seattle Seahawks up in Seattle that are 3-1, also like we are, by the way. It's going to be a tough game up there in Seattle, just as tough as it was this week against the Eagles, but maybe a little bit less because they're not the world champs, but they're a good football team. They're 3-1 with the same record we have. We're going to fly cross country. That always affects somebody when they go 12, 14 hours in an airplane. It's just a different situation. I don't travel enough to experience it, but those who do travel a lot tell me that it does matter to assimilate yourself, and this is a tough assimilation when you go across country like the Bucks are fixing to go this weekend. It's going to be a good game. We've got backup running backs. We've got Rachaad White. We have Tucker, and we have Williams as our third guy at LSU. He's a tough little running back. We got a good core of backs. We're going to miss Bucky. Godwin was back in this game, first time since the year before last. In the middle of last season, he was in the game. He caught some passes. He wasn't as sharp as he probably will be. This is his first game in a long time, but he was there and he left not injured. Drifting worse, blocked real well last week at left tackle, played like he had never left. That was good. So we had one side of the line like we talked about in the last show, and it wasn't enough. The blocked field goal set a tone and set a momentum tone that took us to the second half to get out of the funk of it. We started slow. We've got to start faster. Our offense has got to start faster. We got to move faster. We got to start faster. And we got to quit having problems on the special teams. 2 block punts, a blocked field goal, extra point misses, tackles not made on the special teams. They need to fire the coach of the special teams unit. He is terrible. Terrible. He's cost us 14 points. Anybody can count him up. Y'all count them up, you might come out with 17. I only got 14. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt on some of them. He's not blocking, but he's putting the people in there that do it. And after 4 games, he's got to set, if you're the coach, you got to do something. Our special teams is a concern. Because every team that we played, they can look at the film that we were playing them in and see a mistake that cost points to the Bucks. And then none of these coaches in the NFL that's stupid enough not to be able to see it. And they're going to exploit what they see. So I'm just saying, we got to do a lot better job on the special teams in Seattle. Because this is a quality, possible playoff team we're playing. Not the bottom of the barrel. The top 12 teams in the 32-team league. Tough game this week. Baker's okay. Everybody's coming back that was there last week. We do have Greg Gaines, our defensive nose tackle, who suffered a pectoral injury. He probably will not be there. Bucky Irvin will not be there on Sunday. Other than that, we're going to have all the other players in there. Jamel Dean was injured. I don't expect to see Jamel Dean, but I do expect us to have a good cornerback rotation in there next week. Our rookie from Notre Dame did play last week, and he played real well. I hope he can get back in there and play some now. We've also got Paris we can put at cornerback also. But we have some injuries. Dean, which is always injured. Bucky, which is probably out for a couple games. And Greg Gaines, I don't know how long he will be out. But I'll keep you posted on it. This is a pivotal week. We've got to get out there and beat these Seattle Seahawks and start stacking up these wins. But our offense has got to get out of this sluggish coming out the first quarter and a half and try to figure out what they're doing. I know they've had different line formations and different people playing offensive line. They've got different receivers. Our tight ends have only made 43 yards in 4 games. You heard me right. 43 yards in 4 games. We got to do something with the tight ends. The tight ends are not being in production in this team. They've got to do a better job getting the tight ends in the rotation, get the tight ends to play it. 43 yards in 4 games, that means your tight ends are only making 10 yards a game on average. Something's wrong with that, okay? Now they can say, well, we got a line where he had to stay and block, whatever the excuse. They got to work on these things. Here at Sports Talk with the Cowboy, we'll keep it real with you. And all that we said tonight, you can see why we said it. We're going to root the Bucks on for this big game at 4:15 Eastern Time on Fox in Seattle. Seahawks, Bucks. On a side note, Sam Darnold was the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft, and Baker Mayfield was the number 1 pick. So they know each other well from even back in college and when they were drafted. And they're both going to face off with each other this weekend. So they've got a little bit of pedigree, both of them do. But we hope everything goes well and there is no more injuries. Other action, great action. The Chiefs beat the Ravens. The Dolphins get their first win against the Jets. The Colts that are 3-0 against the undefeated defeated 1-game Rams beat them with a last-second 80-yard pass. Colts playing good ball. Cincinnati continues to get beat up and beat up bad without a quarterback. Joe Burrow's out for the year. And they don't have anything under center but Jack Browning, and he ain't getting it done. So a lot of things happening in the NFL. We'll keep you posted as we can in the next shows about what is going on. We're going to go about the Tampa Bay Rays because the sale was actually finalized today. The I's were dotted, the T's were crossed. The Tampa Bay Rays are sold to the Levetsky group out of Jacksonville. They now take over the Rays lock, stock, and barrel. They are in control of the Rays, and Stu Steinberger is a minority owner with 10% of the stock. They now are in control. The season's over for the Rays, but there's a lot of things to get ready for, especially you being a new owner. Congratulations to them buying it, and I hope the best for you. They got the stadium issue. Next week's first press conference with the new owner. There'll be a lot more answers to the next show about the Tampa Bay Rays, but that is big breaking news on the Tampa Bay Rays front. I'm going to go to your questions quickly tonight. The first question is from Olivia, and Olivia wanted to know what about the bad call and who in New York made that bad call. And Olivia, there's a group of people in New York that make those calls for the NFL when there's a challenge, and the referees go to those screens and they look at them, and they're watching them with their headset on being talked to by the people in New York. And then they're trying to tell them what actually the outcome of that play is. They use every angle they can. But what I have a problem with, Olivia, is when they do that and look at it and you can see the calls are bad, they still keep the calls the same. And on this Bucky Irvin, you could see the ball clearly in his hand, hitting clearly the ground, and his leg clearly hit the ground also. Everyone in the stadium saw it. Tom Brady, that was Tom Brady right here, who was doing the call in the booth, he saw it too. They called New York, they looked at it, say, oh, it's a fumble. So, just saying, Olivia, it's terrible. And it needs to be looked into. God bless you, and thank you for your question. The next question is for Daphne, and Daphne wanted to know what I thought about Bucky Irvin's injury and how long he'd be out. No one knows, Daphne, right now. They figure a couple weeks. It's not a real serious injury. He's not broke his foot as far as we know. His MRI has come back okay. It's hurt foot, swollen foot. It's no break of any bone that I know of, or he'd already been in surgery. I look for him to be out of this game, and then maybe for next game, he might be out 2 games. But we've got running backs that can get in there and play. I'm not saying they're going to take his position fully because he's a dynamic running back, but we got some good backs. We just have to go on. That's how it is, next man up in the NFL. God bless you. Thank you for your question, Daphne. And the last question tonight is from Thomas, and Thomas wanted to know what I thought about the linebacker of Dennis in this game last week. I didn't like Dennis's linebacking again this week. It seems like he's lost in coverage. And you know, you've seen him, Dennis, last year when he was playing. Before he was injured, he was so dynamic and looked so good in coverage and in blocking and tackling, making plays. He was just great looking. And then got injured. He don't look the same. He just don't look the same. He looks confused. He don't know which direction he's going to go in. He hesitates, and these wide receivers know where they're going. And if you're hesitating, that hesitation's all that's necessary. He's not even doing tackling real well. When they get down the open field, I notice he's getting hold of them, but he's not tackling well. And he's not a real big fella anyhow. He's about 215, 220. He's not a real heavy duty guy. So you know, it's just I don't think he's doing well myself at the linebacker position. I think he's getting beat on too many plays over the middle, and I think our pass rush needs a lot to be desired, because if you're the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you have to blitz an extra person to get to the quarterback, then the original 4 guys ain't getting there. And when you got Gaines out and you got Cansey out, 2 of the 4 you were counting on out for the year, and you're having to put 2 more people in there to take their place, they ain't getting it done. These outside guys, Yada Yada Danby and Hassan Reddick both got 1 sack. 1 sack on the year, both of them. 1 here, 1 there. Vita Vea got 2 from the nose tackle position against the Eagles. Just saying. God bless you. Thank you for your question. I want you all to be kind to your neighbor. I want you to lift up your neighbor when he needs lifting up. Hate in this world all over. We need a lot more peace and love in this world, because evil is in this world. And evil is trying to drown out the light. And that's what evil does. Evil tries to drown the light out. That's what happened to Charlie Kirk. He was speaking the light, bringing people to the light, and evil overheard his conversation, and evil put him and had someone kill him in an evil manner. Evil. We need to break that down and break that down by being good and helping each other, and peace instead of hate. Until next show, God bless you. Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you could do so you could